to ask my accountant about that.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jonathan Golden here with the Porsche GT3. I'm doing my 2-owner review. I haven't even done a year owner review with this car. Just been so busy with work, life, marriage, all that stuff. But I wanted to give you guys my opinion on my 2-year anniversary with this car. 2 years ago, I bought it at the dealership, Porsche downtown LA. It's on my channel if you want to check out that video. But what an experience it has been. 2 years with this car. And usually, every year, I would go ahead and sell a car, buy a car, and just change my mind all the time. But with this piece of machinery, I fell in love with it, and I can't see anything wrong with it. So I just keep it. So I wanted to tell you guys a few key points about this car and my experience with it for 2 years now. And I think I'm going to have it for a few more years as well, until maybe the warranty is up, and then I might swap out the car. I'm not too sure yet, but for now, the car stays. And I want to give you a 2-year owner review of all of the things that I've done with the car, I've been through, and just give you like an opinion. If you're looking to buy one of these, I highly recommend it. And so let's get into it. So number one I'm going to be talking about is the cost. Cost of the car. I am financing it. It's for 72 months. It's like $2,200. You could do like Woodside Credit Union, which is 144-month financing, which is super affordable if you're looking long-term to keep the car. But keep in mind, it's 12 years of financing. So I'd rather just pay it off quicker. Insurance is not too bad. I got 4 tickets, believe it or not, this year. So the tickets were actually not in this car. I've been pulled over twice in it, no tickets. Thank you, Sheriff, I appreciate that. But in my Volt, if you guys can give me a break, I got 4 tickets in the Volt. Stupid stuff, illegal U-turn, speeding, and more speeding. So I got an attorney working on that to reduce my insurance. But insurance on here is a couple $100 a year, nothing crazy. And as far as oil change, I did an oil change, about $250. I did tires. I bought used tires over there, $500. And my stepdad, thank you, Jimmy, he gave me a set of Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s for free. But they were used, but it's still a blessing if you get anything for free for this car. It saves a lot of money. So I got those. I did my maintenance, my first interval of maintenance of 12,000 miles. That was spark plugs, oil change, and filters. The BMC filters were about $100 or so, spark plugs. So that service ran me about $1,000. So not too bad. That's coming every 12,000 miles if you're going to keep the car and do those interval services. So nothing too crazy. I just hit that benchmark and I had to do it. But the most cost for this car, I think, is gas. You know, $60 every time you fill up. The tires are expensive if you go to the track. I've been to the track about 4 or 5 times this year. And what else is there cost-wise? Oh, there's a windshield I need to be replaced. I got a crack on the windshield. I got that at the track, so that was a bummer. But that was like a year ago, so I still haven't replaced it. And I got another nick in the windshield as well. So as far as the cost, it's mostly maintenance and track days and gas. So nothing crazy there. So there's a little insight of what I pay for the car. And we're going to talk about something else. The likes of the car. I like a lot of stuff with the car. I just like I gotta like look at it to give you guys my perspective. The things I like about it is it's quick, it's fast. The handling is amazing on the track. Drivability, it's got electronic steering. You know, you turn, it goes where you point it, and it's just a very raw feeling race car. It's not very comfortable. It's more of just like a track car, a specific track car for me. I don't really daily drive it, so the likes are, you know, I get a lot of, good feedback. When I go out, everyone likes the car, the color. So that's cool. Like if people come up to you and they're like, oh, sweet car, I like that about it. I just love the look of the 911. I grew up racing go-karts, and my stepdad had a 911 turbo, and I've always liked Porsche and I always wanted one. So this was kind of like my dream car, and I love it. There's nothing really wrong with it. I love like all the options I have. You know, I have the front lift axle, so that's cool for the getting into the driveways and everything. It's got launch control. Don't use it too much. More of a flashy thing to do. Don't use that on the track. I love the paddle shifters. I'm a big F1 fan, so I love, shifting like that and doing that kind of race car feel. I love the Alcantara seats. They're comfortable. The heated seats, amazing, phenomenal, because it's cold in the morning, and then switch those on and you're good to go on the way to the track. Although I'm looking to remove the seats, so that could be an option I'm deleting. What else do I love about the car? I love the wing, how it looks on the back of the car. I love the wrap. I love this car. I love everything about it. I like it. So there's nothing really to say bad about it, but I'll get into my dislikes is my next option here. So my dislikes of the car is you can't drive it every day. It's not really a comfortable daily driver for me. I drive about 150 miles a day, so doing 150 miles a day in this car, it's bumpy. The Bluetooth sucks, so not really a thing for me if I'm going to work and using that. So those are kind of like some of the dislikes. It is an expensive car, so the monthly payment is up there, so I don't like that, but you get what you pay for. Yeah, I think just the cost associated with owning this car is that's one of the dislikes. It's like, but once you pay it off, you're good. I don't like about this car is you can't compete with it. You can't go wheel to wheel. You can do time trials if you put a roll bar in seats, so that's one of the downsides of me. But the plus side is you can drive it on the street, so you can go to car shows and network and do all that. So I think that's why I would keep this car rather than get rid of it and get a track car, because I don't have a truck to tow. So those are one of the dislikes and likes. So those are my thing. I don't really dislike anything about the car, just minor stuff if you try to daily drive it, Bluetooth, and the sound system's awesome too. That's one of the likes I forgot to mention. Sound system sounds amazing, very bassy, bumpy, and you can jam really good. This car does give you a lot of attention, which is cool. Good for, networking, YouTube, and just getting out there and marketing. So I like that about the car. It gives you a lot of attention, especially with the wrap. I felt like when it was a white car, no one really looked or glanced, but now when it's like blue, it's like a bright blue, people they turn their heads and look or like see who that is. So I think that's pretty cool about the car. Get a lot of attention, especially in a GT3. I think you get more attention in the GT3 RS, but it's a little bit more expensive, and if you go to the track, there's a lot of more parts to the puzzle here that you can damage, and it's not really worth, in my opinion, getting into the RS versus the GT3, where you can modify it to make it just as quick. So as far as networking, this car is great for networking. Bonds me with people that have similar interests in the car, and I can take it to events. I've taken it to car shows, car events, track days, and you really get to talk to people who are passionate about cars, Porsche. So very good for networking. I think in my business, real estate, I meet a lot of car guys. That's cool to kind of connect and bond with those people, especially car shows, car events. You take the car and you talk with people with similar interests and passion about Porsches or racing, track days. I think it's a good opportunity to get this car and network and be involved in the community. So track day experiences. Track day experiences have been amazing with this car. I love it. I think for me as a driver, I got to improve on some skills as far as for me, but the car is like, you don't really have to touch it, which I like. It's like, because when you get a Subaru or a different car, Civic, you kind of want to mod it. I'm like, oh, I want to make it faster or better for the track. This car, there's nothing really to do. I mean, you can make it a little bit quicker, but I think for me is like, I need to get better as a driver than the car. You know, been doing things to the car to make me quicker on the track. I don't think I'm there yet. So the track days experience has been amazing. I did do an alignment that did help feel better in the car. I feel like a little bit more confident, and it doesn't slide out as much, not a lot of oversteer. So I think that's an option that you need to do if you have this car, or any car you want to not street race, it's illegal. If you want to go to the track, I definitely recommend that. The only thing I would like to do is do the stainless steel brake lines, and then also the brake fluid change again, because I feel like they wash out, the brakes kind of lose. I feel like I have no brakes after a couple laps, so that's the only downside. But the experience has been amazing. Besides the rock chips and cracked windshield, the experience is great. It's loud. It's everything you wanted to do on the track, and I feel like it's a lot lighter. I had a GTR before, so it's a lot lighter. I feel like I have more control of the car and better, and I love the feel of the Porsche. And I've had Subarus and other different cars. I have the GTR. So this is by far my favorite because I kept it the longest. And we're going to talk about mods I want to do to the car. I really want to do these things, but I haven't taken the jump financially yet. I want to, and I've been planning, and I have my cart built for my mods. I just haven't clicked checkout yet. I just debating on what to do with the car next, so that's why I'm kind of a little bit hesitant. I definitely want to continue track days, but if I were, I definitely, my goal this year is to get to Laguna Seca. So to get to Laguna Seca, you got to have a roll bar, harness, and seats, because the stock seats, I don't have the option, the carbon backed ones where the seat belts go through, so you need that. So definitely, I think this year I want to set a goal to go to Laguna Seca with one of the track groups I go to, Porsche Owners Club. And I want to do time trials, and I want to do one track day a month. So in order for me to do that, I need to do some mods. Right now for mods, nothing really. The BMC air filters, endless brake fluid. So what I would do would be the roll bar. I would do the roll bar, the seat, Circuit 2 seats, Sparco, and then seat belts, the Schroed red seat belts. And then a couple stickers, to make it a little bit more racy. Got my, my name on the side. Might want to do a Stewart title banner. It's good for marketing for what I do in real estate, title insurance. So I definitely want to do that. Yeah, I just want to make it time trial ready. So that's seat belts, roll bar. You got to get the seat base and some other parts of the puzzle there. But that's generally it to make it a time trial car. And then also for Laguna Seca, you need the pipes that shoot a different way or down. So I got to get that set up. I gave my exhaust to a family member, so I could just swap that out and put the pipes to turn to the left, I believe it is, yeah. Out, away from the sound, because the Laguna Seca is about 103 dB. My car is 110 maybe with the exhaust, but I think 103 with stock, so I should be okay. I just gotta make sure the valves are closed. So definitely, those are the mods I want to do, and I definitely want to get into cup racing, but I feel like I'm not ready there as a driver, so I want to get a little bit better, go to racing school, and do some training, and maybe get a cup car soon. And so also for my goals for racing, you can't race this car, so I definitely plan to do some racing on this channel. In order for me to do that, I need to get a suit and shoes and gloves, so I want to get some of the stuff like that. And then also maybe looking into a GT3 Cup car or GT4 Club Sport. So if you have any recommendations, comment down below. But basically, racing, you need to set a budget, and then once the budget comes out, or that's it, you run out of your budget, you're done. So you got to get the car. The car is not a problem to get. It's just the maintenance and expenses for that racing car. So I want to get prepped and ready for that, and I'll tell you a little bit about my future. So the future for this channel on the cars and my garage, I think I want to get a Jeep Rubicon, the Gladiator. I definitely want to get that, and then maybe a trailer. Maybe a trailer first, then the truck, depending on how much I would go to the track. So I'm trying to calculate and budget everything that I want to do with as far as racing, but definitely want to go to the track once a month to race. And I got to figure out transportation and all the fees associated with that. So the biggest expense with racing is tires. It's about $2,500 per weekend. Ouch. And then transportation, track support is about $500. Then transportation is about, give or take, another $500 to $1,000. So if I can save money transporting my own car, but then having a track support team there with data analytics, you know, that would be cool. So I'm still calculating and doing my homework and research on that. But basically, I just got to pull the trigger, get a cup car or get a race car, and then go racing. But to do racing, you got to have 9 time trials, and then you can get your cup license. You go into racing school at POC and you get your cup license there. So that's my goal this year. And then future goals as well. I might get a Tesla for my daily driver. I got the Chevy Volts at 158,000 miles, which is crazy. So I don't know how long that car's gonna last, but next car I get, definitely a Tesla. I go to the gas station every other day, so I want to eliminate that. So last but not least, I want to talk about daily driving this car. I drive about once a week on the weekends, get the fluids going, go to car shows, track days. So those are my daily driving things with this car. Maybe go to the grocery store or a little putt around town for a little few things, but mainly I drive my Chevy Volt on the daily. It's kind of boring, but it's comfortable, it's soft. This car is more raw and bumpy and it's just loud, and you can't really get in this car. You're too tempted to just floor it and go down the street and rev it a little bit. So, but yeah, there you have it, guys. There's my 2-year review with this car. I love it so much. I'm definitely gonna keep it this next year. Do some more YouTube stuff with it. Just, you know, go to car shows, track days. Definitely want to do 1 track day a year with POC, or 1 track day a month with POC, and get my cup racing license. So definitely want to work towards that. I feel like at the end of the day, if you're going just to the track, you run around in circles, and I want to be progressing. So that's my goal this year, is to get into racing, at least get the license so I'm ready, and then maybe next year get the car and, you know, go full force, maybe go, you know, and then hit all the club racing races locally around me. So there you have it, Jonathan Golden with the GT3. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know, comment down below what you would like to see next. Browse the channel, check out other videos on their track days. And hope to see you guys there. 11th and 12th, I'll be at Streets of Willow racing. And definitely want to get some of my simulators set up going for those tracks that I've been going to locally. Because right now I'm on Xbox One, Project Cars 2, and it only has Big Willow. So looking to switch over to PC. So stay tuned, watch the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay golden.